Hello, Golden State Warriors fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. Kevin Durant, one of the most polarizing and talked about figures in modern basketball, has reportedly sent shockwaves through the NBA community with a statement that is already being dissected in every corner of social media and sports commentary. According to insiders, Durant hinted at a potential return to the Golden State Warriors, a franchise where he enjoyed unprecedented success and won multiple championships, but with a twist that has left fans, analysts, and even his closest peers puzzled. In a recent conversation, Durant allegedly remarked, "I'll be back in 2026, a statement that has ignited a firestorm of speculation about his intentions, the future of the Warriors, and the broader landscape of the league. The timing of this comment is critical because it comes at a period when Durant is still performing at an elite level. Yet the NBA is in a state of flux with emerging young talents, shifting power dynamics, and teams aggressively recalibrating their rosters for the next wave of dominance. Durant's words, though brief, carry enormous weight, prompting debates not only about the feasibility of his return, but also about the emotional and cultural impact his eventual comeback might have on both the team and the league as a whole, considering the legacy he already established during his tenure in Golden State. Analysts have immediately begun mapping out scenarios, weighing the contractual, strategic, and even psychological implications of Durant rejoining a team that has evolved since his departure, highlighting how one offhand remark can reshape expectations and fuel a narrative that feels more like a blockbuster movie than mere sports news. Rumors have started circulating at lightning speed, and social media is flooded with theories about how Durant's potential return could unfold, with speculation ranging from straightforward player trades to complex multi-team deals and even hypothetical drafts that could accommodate a superstar of his caliber. Fans of the Warriors are divided between euphoria and skepticism, some welcoming the prospect of seeing Durant in the iconic blue and gold again, while others are wary of disrupting the chemistry that the team has painstakingly built since his exit. NBA commentators and former players have weighed in, dissecting every nuance of Durant's comment, analyzing his tone, the context of the interview, and even his body language, as if trying to decode a secret message hidden within those few words. The potential ramifications extend far beyond the court, affecting sponsorship deals, merchandise sales, and the overall brand image of both Durant and the Warriors. Sports psychologists have even chimed in, discussing how the anticipation of a superstar's return can impact team morale, fan engagement, and competitive intensity in ways that are difficult to quantify, but impossible to ignore. Meanwhile, rival teams are reportedly beginning contingency planning, evaluating how to adjust rosters, draft picks, and tactical approaches if Durant indeed makes good on his cryptic promise to return in 2026, turning what might have seemed like idle chatter into a strategic consideration across the league. This statement has effectively transformed the NBA landscape into a chessboard where every move by Durant could trigger a cascade of reactions, forcing general managers, coaches, and analysts to think several steps ahead, all while fans clamor online for any insider tidbit that might hint at the reality behind the rumor. Sources close to Durant suggest that his remark, although seemingly casual, may have been more calculated than initially perceived, hinting at a long-term vision that extends beyond immediate playing seasons. Durant has always been known for his cerebral approach to the game, carefully managing his career trajectory and public persona, which means that even a seemingly offhand statement could carry layers of strategy, personal ambition, and timing considerations that only he fully comprehends. The notion of returning in 2026 may reflect a careful alignment with contractual obligations, market dynamics, and his own physical readiness, as Durant has shown remarkable consistency and longevity despite the intense demands of the league. Analysts have speculated that Durant may be positioning himself for a situation in which he can rejoin the Warriors under optimal conditions, both personally and professionally, perhaps after exploring other opportunities or shaping his legacy in a way that maximizes his influence, earnings, and historical significance. This potential move raises questions about the Warriors' planning as well, as the team would need to balance current roster development, cap space, and player roles with the anticipation of Durant's eventual reintegration. Fans are already envisioning scenarios that range from an immediate championship push to a gradual rebuilding phase designed to accommodate Durant's return, with online forums and social media channels buzzing with mock drafts, tactical lineups, and speculative narratives that imagine the NBA world in 2026 with Durant back in Golden State. The interplay of expectation, hope, and uncertainty is creating a cultural phenomenon within basketball, where a single remark can inspire a season's worth of conversation, strategy, and speculation, proving once again that Durant's influence extends far beyond the game itself and into the hearts and minds of everyone who follows the league. The strategic calculus of Durant returning to the Warriors in 2026 also has deep implications for player development across the league, as young talents are forced to consider how a superstar's presence could shift playing time, leadership dynamics, and team hierarchy. Coaches may need to recalibrate their approaches, balancing mentorship, competitive fairness, and tactical execution while accommodating a player who commands both exceptional skill and enormous attention. Meanwhile, rival franchises are not standing idle, as scouts, analysts, and management teams begin evaluating trade possibilities, draft pick maneuvers, and defensive schemes designed to counteract a team potentially bolstered by Durant's return. The economic and branding consequences are equally profound, with sponsors, broadcasters, and media outlets positioning themselves to capitalize on the buzz generated by Durant's statement, anticipating increased viewership, merchandise sales, and engagement metrics once the rumor solidifies into tangible reality. Betting markets have also taken notice, with odds shifting dramatically in response to speculation about Durant's future, highlighting how a single cryptic comment can ripple through multiple layers of the sports ecosystem. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. In addition, Durant's potential return ignites a conversation about legacy, identity, and the cyclical nature of greatness in professional sports, forcing fans, critics, and fellow players to reconsider how careers are evaluated and remembered. The Warriors themselves are navigating a delicate balance between honoring past achievements and forging new paths, making Durant's hypothetical return a catalyst for reflection on what it means to build a dynasty that is both sustainable and adaptable. Veteran players within the organization are likely contemplating how they would respond to Durant's presence, not merely in terms of on-court performance, but also in leadership, mentorship, and locker room dynamics, creating a multidimensional narrative that extends far beyond points and rebounds. Social media amplifies these discussions exponentially, with hashtags, memes, and fan campaigns contributing to a collective dialogue that feels participatory, as if the global audience has a stake in determining the outcome of Durant's next chapter. Analysts and commentators continue to parse every available detail, creating models, projections, and hypotheticals that attempt to quantify the unquantifiable, blending statistical analysis with human emotion, narrative construction, and pure speculation. This intricate web of discourse underscores how modern sports fandom is shaped as much by stories, rumors, and anticipation as it is by actual gameplay, with Durant's announcement, or even the mere hint of one, serving as a focal point for debate that will likely persist until the moment his potential return either materializes or dissipates entirely. The layers of intrigue surrounding Durant's 2026 statement exemplify the intersection of athletic prowess, media savvy, and public imagination, reminding the world that basketball is not just a game, but a stage for drama, speculation, and cultural fascination that extends far beyond the court. Durant's timing is also significant in light of the Warriors' current trajectory, as the team is simultaneously contending with emerging talent, veteran transitions, and the strategic imperatives of maintaining championship viability while preparing for the future. His potential reentry in 2026 may coincide with specific contractual expirations, salary cap flexibility, or the maturation of young players who could complement his style and philosophy on the court. Sports executives and analysts are therefore theorizing that Durant's remark is not a whimsical declaration, but a calculated signal, hinting at an alignment between personal ambition and organizational readiness. This interpretation has fueled an entire ecosystem of speculation, where every game, trade rumor, and press conference is scrutinized for hidden clues about the timing and nature of his return. Meanwhile, the psychological aspect of Durant's statement cannot be overstated, as players, coaches, and fans alike are forced to navigate the tension between expectation and reality, imagining scenarios that may or may not come to fruition, and preparing emotionally for a reunion that could redefine the competitive landscape. Online forums, podcasts, and sports networks are now saturated with analysis of Durant's career arc, injuries, and historical impact, as commentators attempt to construct a coherent narrative that explains not just what he said, but why, how, and with what potential consequences. The speculation surrounding Durant's 2026 return illustrates the intricate dance between athlete agency, media amplification, and fan imagination, highlighting how a single sentence can catalyze months, even years of dialogue, analysis, and projection in the sports world. It's a masterclass in narrative creation, demonstrating that in the modern NBA, rumors can carry as much weight as reality, and Kevin Durant remains a central figure in that complex interplay of perception, strategy, and anticipation. Finally, the cultural resonance of Durant's statement extends beyond the immediate boundaries of the NBA, influencing discussions about leadership, excellence, and the life cycle of elite performance in professional sports. Commentators have begun linking Durant's potential return to broader themes of perseverance, legacy management, and strategic career planning, positioning him as a case study in both athletic brilliance and media literacy. Fans are drawn into this discourse not simply to witness the return of a player, but to engage with a living narrative, one that intertwines skill, ambition, and storytelling in ways that resonate emotionally and intellectually. The Warriors organization, meanwhile, is placed in a spotlight that scrutinizes every decision through the lens of Durant's anticipated comeback, highlighting the interplay between history, loyalty, and forward-looking strategy in professional sports. Media outlets, from mainstream sports networks to independent digital platforms, are leveraging the intrigue generated by Durant's remark to drive engagement, illustrating how modern sports narratives are co-created by athletes, teams, journalists, and audiences. This dynamic reinforces the notion that the NBA operates not only as a competitive arena, but as a cultural phenomenon, where rumors, statements, and subtle hints carry enormous weight, shaping expectations and influencing decisions long before any official action occurs. In this context, Durant's 2026 statement is more than a mere announcement. It is a catalyst for speculation, excitement, and debate, demonstrating the extraordinary influence of one athlete on the collective imagination of a global sports community, and ensuring that every word he utters will continue to reverberate through the league for years to come. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.